You know, I thought out.
It's an 8-rounder, doesn't know it's 4 rounds.
Doing a 10-rounder, that's the confidence.
Matapos makipagbakbakan ng ating kababayan na si John Lawrence Ordoño kontra sa Japanese fighter na ginanap nito lang August sa Japan ay nito lang November 5 ay muling dumayo sa Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Hinarap niya rito ang hometown boxer na si Majid Al-Nakbi. Ito ang pangalawang laban abroad ni John Lawrence Ordoño. Nataglay ang kartadang 7 wins, 4 knockouts at 4 na talo. Habang si Majid Al-Nakbi ay may malinis na kartadang 7 wins, 4 knockouts at wala pang talo. Samantala ang laban ng dalawa ay undercard sa labanang Dimitri Bivol at Gilberto Ramirez. Napili si Ordoño upang ipakain sana sa kanilang boksingero, pampataba ng record. Kaya inaasahan ng marami lalo na ang kanyang mga kababayan na mananalo ang kanilang pambato.
With an overhand right in round 1, and that appears to be the strategy for Ordino.
I don't think I've ever seen a Filipino fighter who's not aggressive, to be fair. It's in their DNA.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao was sort of aggressive, wasn't he? Nakbi's got to settle in here.
Well, he's got a decent jab, but I just think, going back in straight lines, you've got to know, if you take a step back, just do a little pivot to the left. You've got a guy here who's just coming straight at you, but he's also coming at you in straight lines. So you throw the jab, take a half a step back, and then just pivot off, and you're in a different angle, you're in a safe place.
Ordonio's had some success with that sweeping left hook early in this round.
Nakbi just running backwards around the ring, hasn't really sat down on a punch yet. He has been busy this year. This is his 4th fight in 2022, and the right hand lands for Ordino. Boy, he is coming with fire.
And one thing Ordoño doesn't have to worry about, that Pacquiao worried about in the last fight, was he had to go 10 rounds in that fight. Here it's just 4. And if you're Al-Nakbi, you got to be careful. You don't want to lose any rounds in a situation like this.
Yeah, the 4 rounders are the worst. I'm glad I never did it, because you can't afford to lose a round.
Yeah, a flash knockdown almost spells the end for you.
Al-Nakbi looks really uncomfortable. I don't think he's been hurt yet, but he's having a lot of trouble with this pressure from Ordoño.
To go all out.
It's not going to slow down when you don't produce anything to slow him down. You've got to throw punches. That's going to stop him from advancing. And he's inviting that right hand over the top here from Ordino.
Ordino, 4 knockouts and his 7 wins, lands a right.
You know, I thought Al-Nakbi lost. Did a pretty good left hand there, Barry, toward the end of it that had Ordino kind of wobbly a little bit going back to the corner. If I'm Al-Nakbi, I put a lot of pressure on early in the second round.
Yeah, and I sort of agree with you. He did have a good shot, but it was too little too late. And yeah, he's just
a lot of nerves for him entering this fight. A lot of pressure as well. The only local fighter on the main card.
Well, when you have a fighter like Ordino coming in as reckless as he is, you've got to operate behind a jab. You've got to stick that jab out there repeatedly to keep him from just coming in unimpeded.
Good 1-2 there for Al-Nakbi. Ordino fires back, catches him with the right hand again.
Well, the first thing you've got to do is when you throw that jab, it's got to come back to the chin. You've got to keep your hands up. You just do the basics against a guy who's wild like this. Hands high, elbows tucked in.
Barry, you know this better than me, but when you got a fighter who's swinging wildly like that, the chin is wide open.
And I also know, because I couldn't punch to save my life. So that's true. So I also know what it's like when you're not a puncher up against anybody. And even though you're not a puncher, it doesn't mean you can't produce enough power to stop from walking through you. And that's what you have to do. You have to use your body, turn into the shots.
Don't worry, we're used to working next to guys that can't punch.
Shout out to Sergio Mora watching right now in Southern California.
You're braver than me, boys. You're braver than me.
Hey, you dropped Acelino Freitas, didn't you? Huh? Who will ever forget that?
He did. He knocked me down twice in the same round.
We don't focus on that part. Yeah, Al Nakbi's got to pick things up, and in a 4-rounder, you win 2 rounds, it's a draw. I did that math on my own, by the way, Barry.
Follow it.
He's gonna need. He's looking for the clever shot. He's trying to like ship.
Shaking that right hand.
Good shot.
Perkins, I believe, is on the list. We've got Anthony Joshua sitting ringside to be here. So a lot of people interested in the outcome of this main event.
Also, a former super featherweight champion of the world named Barry Jones is here.
Let's forget about that. Sat behind us is former super middleweight champion.
Diyan mo ka magpuno magpa-jabtas mo lang. Pag nag-jabtas mo yung kanan mo, usok mo lang ng jab-jab tapos. You're loading your shots. I don't know why. You have a lot of speed, you have a lot of pop and power now. Stop loading when swing, okay? Loading when he's swinging big. Walking mo lang yung kanan mo. Huwag ka sumutok ng malayo. I'm opening your most of the time layo eh. Most of the time is very good. And you had him on the 3 rounds stop. Last 4 rounds. Just got your ball.
First taste of adversity for El Nakbi. I've got him down 2-0. The best he can do is a draw.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, but I think he had an argument maybe in that last round that you come back into a little bit, but I don't think he did enough to win it for me. But being the home, but yeah, you're right. You know, he's got to really produce some good work here. And again, we all overcomplicate stuff. We try and be too clever for our own good, and we're always looking for the big honey shot, and it's the basic.
Big overhand rights again from the Filipino. Rodino's most recent bout was his first outside the Philippines. He
Knocked out.
Yeah.
He does leave himself open for really good counterpunch. At this point, though, El Nakbi has not shown that he's able to time Ordino coming in. At 3 of 4, almost halfway through, he's got to do something here.
And like his late rounds, but there are no late rounds here for Ordino to.
Yeah, Ordino, he's just gone flat all of a sudden, hasn't he? I didn't see one big shot there to really drain that energy at all, but it just seems really flat.
It's almost like he's been told it's an 8-rounder and doesn't know it's 4 rounds. There's a left hook coming in.
Pacing yourself for a 4-rounder.
Well, on that, he's got some work to do in the 4th. Looking very relaxed, is he not, Barry?
Well, having a good chat with his brother there, Gamal, of course, and they're all looking forward. This is Olympic gold medalist. He was on the crest of a wave. He turned pro doing a 10-rounder. That's the confidence that he has in himself and his team have in him, of course, and he's on a fast track to a world title.
Yeah, 29 years old and 112-pound division.
Matchroom has a pretty good fighter in the 112-pound division, don't they?
They've got a great fighter in the 112-pound division, Van Rodriguez, who is now re-campaigning there.
Of course, if Bivol wins tonight, you put him near the top of the list, if not at number 1.
Yeah, I think if Bivol wins, it's pretty much a lock.
Well, that's the response you need, isn't it? There from Ordino.
You know, where El Nakbi's got to make his move in this round. Dino tired in that last stage. So
Panalo ang ating kababayan via 4th round unanimous decision. Binigyan ng unang pagkatalo ng Pinoy si Majid Al Nakbi. At hanggang sa muli, marami pong salamat sa panonood.